So one of the main reasons that we wanted to have you on, Janice, besides talking about your career, of course, is I want to talk about this the testifying that you'd had to do with this New York nursing home, these New York nursing home deaths. You've had some tragedy in your family in regards to this issue. I know you've demanded a full investigation with subpoena power. Can you talk a little bit about this and give us some knowledge in this case for maybe some people that are unaware of it?
Well, here in New York, we've had the most deaths of any state from coronavirus, and many of those deaths happened in nursing homes. It happened personally for us. My husband, both of his parents died of COVID-19 in different assisted living nursing home
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible.
Our plan was we were going to have them together, and for many years they were struggling with their health, and for many months we struggled on what to do with them because they couldn't take care of each other. They couldn't take care of themselves. We found a place that was going to take care of both of them, but his dad had dementia and needed rehab. So he was in a nursing home, and unfortunately, we lost him at the end of March. Mm-hmm. We didn't even know he was sick because he was in lockdown since mid-March, and he died of coronavirus. We didn't find out till the death certificate. 2 weeks later, his mom got the virus and died in a hospital, but contracted the virus in her assisted living facility. So what I'm trying to do is bring awareness because Governor Cuomo, along with 4 other governors, by the way, in different states, had a mandate to put COVID-positive patients into nursing homes. I believe it could have contributed to the death of my husband's father, but we won't know until we get an independent investigation. And the only way to do that is through legislation. And yesterday I went to Albany to try to get legislators to help me with that. And I succeeded. I have bipartisan support for a bill that is going to propose that we have an independent, bipartisan, outside investigation of the nursing home tragedy.
And so exactly what happened there, from what I understand, the White House, as early as the 17th, set out a statement that said, advised for all the states not to put people who had previously been hospitalized with COVID-19 in nursing home population. And on the 25th, Governor Cuomo passed that mandate to require that. The death total as of now claims to be 6,000, but apparently it could be as high as 12,000 to 14,000. And Andrew Cuomo is writing a book about how great of a response he had to the coronavirus. I mean, what are your thoughts about just how Andrew Cuomo is trying to basically gaslight the entire country into thinking that he did something right when he did a lot of things wrong?
I think there's bipartisan support that he shouldn't be writing a book right now in the middle of a pandemic. But you know what? He came up with a poster of his COVID mountain of death that he tried to sell on his government website as well. So I'm not really surprised by this. And that's why I'm trying to bring at least some awareness to what is going on or what did go on in the nursing homes. And New York State is the only state that will not count the people that died in hospitals that contracted the virus from their nursing home. And that's why I believe they are hiding the numbers, or he's hiding the numbers, and there is a cover-up.
And is he trying to prevent you? Has he got involved to prevent you from testifying or getting support from legislature at all?
Well, I actually was supposed to testify at some hearings a couple of weeks ago. I was on the list as a witness, and all of a sudden, at the 23rd hour, I was taken off the list, and I found out it's because some people were uncomfortable with me testifying as a witness with my story of how I lost my in-laws. But this past Monday, they made another roundtable discussion with legislators, and I was able to tell my story. But certainly there has been some people trying to silence my voice.
Well, I think that's inappropriate. First of all, it's not like you're just someone that has an opinion. You're someone that lost her in-laws. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's horrible. So the pain that your family is going through. And I agree, by the way. I don't think Cuomo should be writing a book. I think it's extremely inappropriate at this time in a way to try to profit off of this tragedy. I think that's horrible, just like I think it's inappropriate for anybody to profit off this tragedy, like the My Pillow guy, for example. I mean, I just think it's wrong, and I feel really horrible for what you and your family have had to go through. What do you want to see happen here? I would imagine you want to see accountability, right? When it comes to any politician, Republican or Democrat, if they made mistakes and it was part of the reason or a big part of the reason why you lost your in-laws and people died, you want to see accountability, right? This has nothing to do with politics, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. It has to do with politicians making bad decisions that could have led to death, correct?
Right. I do the weather on Fox News Channel. I'm the meteorologist, and no one knows who I voted for or what my politics are. But because I wasn't seeing the questions being asked of the governor, I don't care if he's Republican or Democrat.
Right.
I thought it was important to raise these questions because no one was answering them. He was going on CNN with his brother Chris and yucking it up and laughing while people are dying.
Yeah.
Everywhere in this state. So that's why I decided, it was important to do this. My husband, it's very hard for him to watch me do this kind of stuff. It's very hard for us to mourn properly when we don't have answers or accountability. We weren't able to have a funeral or a wake or last rites or anything.
It's horrible.
And then George Floyd gets 3.
Well, I don't want to bring George Floyd into this, but